Welcome back to the Scuf Gaming Showdown. Optic Gaming versus Faze is about to begin. I'm looking through the roster right now. It looks like Proofy will be subbing out for this one. They're going to be playing, well, Optic will be playing with Bloods, but Faze, they have their complete lineup. Does Optic playing with the sub switch up your prediction at all? A little bit? What's your new prediction, now that we know who's playing? Freight, Warhawk, Sovereign, Octane.
Give me Faze in either a 3-1 or like a 3-0.
A 3-0?
I haven't seen Bloods play in a very long time. I think Bloods, he was teaming with Ego and Nifty for a bit. I haven't really seen him too much on Ghost since really the beginning. So like end of Black Ops 2, beginning of Ghost, I don't know how much he's played. I mean, he's obviously played enough that they drafted him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it'll definitely determine on this first map, which is going to be Freight Dom, what he kind of gives you, what he looks like.
Yeah.
I remember did he have a bad internet connection?
No, he has a great internet.
He has great internet.
Great internet connection. But guys,
Maybe
keep
my
using
prediction's
this,
wrong.
Yeah, keep using this Twitter poll at the bottom. Tweet your answer with hashtag Scuf Showdowns as well as hashtag Optic or hashtag Faze. Whoever you think is gonna win.
Look at the flags. Look at how amazing. It's the B flag. Best way to take it, top of the trains.
Yeah. Oh.
Top of the train.
Yeah, I love climbing up on top of the train as well. I gotta go ahead and join back in this one. What happened was
What'd you do?
I wasn't able to enable the broadcaster mode, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Enable that.
Why weren't you able to enable?
Started it too
broadcaster mode?
fast. Too fast. It was too fast for me.
Man, Revan.
I'm too slow.
Man, always mess stuff up.
So tell me, how do you win freight domination? Where do you want to control on the map? Where do you want to push and maintain your focus?
All right, so let's start from the C side, right?
Okay, C side.
Yeah, you're gonna have to control red.
Yeah, that's important because if you're not controlling red, you're spawning back here near like the lumber stacks, and it's tempting to overextend your gate alley, but if you do that, you're just gonna get mowed down.
Curtains. You wanna really put focus on red and crates because you want to spawn them back white. It's easy for you to get to A and get those neutrals if they're spawning in the back of white. It's also pretty easy, to keep them on lockdown. Once they start spawning crates and they start getting to that, we call it the red god spot. Once they start getting over there, it makes it pretty difficult. And, it doesn't seem like we can get into broadcast mode.
Nah, we're not in broadcaster mode, but we'll make do. These guys, they're playing the game, so it's looking like Faze, they have initial control of the B flag, and they're doing exactly what you were talking about, putting pressure through crates, forcing Optic to spawn near back white. Nice shots from Dito as he takes out Scump. Going to throw down this trophy system now. Where he is right now, oh, got to watch out for those spawns in here. Back graffiti, Nate Shot will make quick work of him. Sensor, he's got an assault rifle in his hands.
That's interesting. We never see a Sensor with an assault rifle, really. This has to be a tough match for Optic. Nate Shot pretty much just got off the plane.
Yeah.
Kind of just getting online and playing right away. Right there, not initially, though, taking out Apathy. And you see Parasite just holding down the middle of the map. He's been destroying with the ARs lately.
Yeah, Parasite, he's kind of gone back to his roots. So he was primarily like an AR guy, and then he was like, well, I'm good enough that I could do both. So he switched up to a sub Shiga, and he's like, looks like this is benefiting my team more. But it seems like he's more
a better
AR. Yeah.
He was always a better AR than a sub player. Black Ops 2, he switched to a sub, I believe, and he joined Unite.
Yeah, and they didn't need him as an anchor anymore.
No, but I mean, I always thought he was better as a AR player. And you see right here, Faze just dominating the kill feed, and Apathy's he's just gonna die.
Yeah, Apathy's going to take some fall damage there. But as the scoreboard stands, Apathy leading the kill department. He's 10-5, Parasite 6-3. So really putting an emphasis on just staying alive. And this is where you want to do it, going top red. And this is a spot Aches goes to every single time. Whenever he gets a chance to go into red, he goes to red 3.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, red 3 with an AR is such a dominant power position. I mean, just really, you can get B and just take over that red 3 spot. I mean, you can just watch the whole map, and it makes it really difficult for the opposing team to get B back. And right here, I love the play out of Apathy. He's just kind of hiding on the other opposing team side of the map. He's just going to wait until they try and make a play and hop B. And these are the plays we were talking about out of Apathy before. He's always just in position to make those big plays when it matters.
Yeah, this is so important, as you were saying. When Optic Gaming go to jump on this B flag, they're already going on the side where Apathy is looking on, right? So he's going to have just easy kills if they decide to hop it. That play never was able to happen as Optic Gaming just couldn't make a play on it. But now Apathy, he has a chance to push up and get some kills. He gets shut down by Scump, but we're going to move back over to Parasite. This is another very annoying spot to deal with. He could cut off the entire crate side of the map. As long as his teammates are watching his sides where he's most vulnerable from, he could do a lot. He can make a lot of kills from this spot.
Yeah, I never really saw anybody sit there, mid-game with an AR. like on the B train. But
well, I guess
that's
I'm scrimming against the AM teams, so I've been playing against the.
Is that a strat of the AMs?
Yeah, that's what the AMs are doing. So.
Man, you fell off. You fell off.
Moving over to Dito and Sensor both working this left side, hand in hand. Just looking at the score, Faze, they're just in complete control of this one. They're up by 37 points, and there's still a minute left to play. And then after that, there's another 5-minute side. So Faze looking very strong here on free.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at just the kills from Optic. You got 12 for Nade, 12 for Scump, and you got 5 each from Clay and Bloods. They're really going to need to pick it up if they're going to have any chance of winning the series, because Faze looks pretty on point right now.
Yeah, Nade shot right off the plane, and he's already leading his squad. And here comes Sensor behind enemy lines, trying to find those easy kills, but Optic Gaming looking in the right spots. Here comes Apathy, trying to make the big play happen, finds one. Looking around for the second, looks like he's going to get cleaned up as well as we're moving over to the power set. But we're already in the closing seconds of the game right now. Faze, they have a 40-point lead. Even though Optic Gaming, they were able to finally take control of that B flag, it was just too late in the first side.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too late for Optic. They're going to have a pretty big mountain to climb in this second half. I mean, Faze is going to put up 100 points in this first half at Dom, and they never want to go into his second side being down by, 36 points. So, I mean, down by 36 going into the second half, I mean, that's going to be a pretty difficult mountain climb.
I mean, one thing I just wasn't seeing from the Optic squad is they weren't really forcing Faze to react to anything. There were no smokes put on that B flag to try to force them to come on, like, near the flag area to pick up the kills. They were just kind of relying on their gun skill, and it just was not working.
Yeah. So, 36 points, sorry. That's going to be about, 3 minutes? It's going to be
that could be 3 minutes of holding 2 and your opponent holding 1.
For a tie.
It could be a 3 cap for a minute. Yeah, a lot of different ways to look at it. And we're watching Clayster at the start of this one. He's going to find the initial kill near bottom crates, but he gets cleaned up. Now, one thing working for Faze, of course, since they have this huge lead, they don't have to make any play on the B flag. Yeah. It's all Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming needs to step up the tempo here, and they need to be very aggressive. Right.
If I was Faze, I would just try and bait out Optic to get onto this B flag. But right there, you see Nade, it's able to pick up 2. I think if you're Faze, you can play this really slow. You can afford for Optic to try and pick up this B flag, and right there, it will take out Parasite and top bar, and that's a huge kill because that's the one player who is really going to stop you from being on this B flag.
You could really see Optic Gaming throwing a lot of trophy systems down on this flag. Clayster was using a trophy. Nade was using a trophy as well, as you see on Nade's class. The Bloods looks like he's playing pretty selfish, and Scump they have 3 trophy systems right now. I think they'd have a much easier time capping that B flag if maybe they took down one of the trophy. And if you have a trophy and a smoke, that's the best thing possible because the smoke covers the entire B flag. That is what allows you to climb up on the flag and cap it a bit easier. But so far, it seems like their shy is to use the trophies. We'll see if it pays out.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much, just one person running out there trying to take B. And right now, you see Nade, he's going to get the crates, and he's going to pick up 1 kill right there, and he's going to have to go for a neutral on A. And right there, it looks like he's trying to throw a Nade off the spawn, but right there, able to pick up 1 over in crate alley, but he's going to get flanked. And, right here, you'd like to see his teammates try and get on B, but Blood's just looking for a player over by red. I mean, he's struggling a little bit at 8 and 17.
Yeah, not doing too good for the substitute, but that whole play for a nade shot was the intention of that was to draw Faze out of position so that his teammates could push up and take map control. That didn't happen. Nade was able to pick up 1, and he forced another player to drop back who wound up killing him. So that's 2 players for Faze out of position. Optic had 3 remaining players to try to push up on mid-map, and in the end, it's going to actually be Faze. They're able to capture the B flag, so not looking too good for Optic Gaming here. Clayster, the last one live, is able to take out the player back red, takes out 2. If you can get red control, this could be pretty big for Optic.
Yeah, I mean, they need to get red control back. Once you have a player start breaking through back red, and, he's really messing with your spawns back there, and he's in your just lumber, it makes it pretty difficult to get back. But, Optic's going to need to make moves. They're going to need a 3 cap right now, Revan.
Yeah, it's getting down to that time where they need to capture B like now and then start working for the neutral on A, if not the capture. But Faze, they're just locking down the map like champs right now. Bloods, I think the play to make here is just flank all the way around to A while his teammates maybe push up, but he's going to get spotted here near bottom brew, and it's looking like he's just searching for kills, trying to improve that KD ratio.
Yeah, he's just looking for kills. We've all had games like that before where, where you're like, like 6
I
and
don't think we're
10.
going to win this, but I want to
Nah.
improve my KD ratio.
It looks like we're not going to win this, but I can't finish 8 and like
They're never going to
17.
ask me to sub again.
Right.
This is
right.
my
You know how
chance
many
to
people
shine.
are watching this right now? I can't finish that bad. So he's just kind of roaming around trying to bait some kills out. We've all been there before. I'm sure you've been
we've
there
all
before,
had those
Revan.
games, of course.
I mean, I can't really think of a time that I've been there, but I can imagine everybody else has been there.
What about that main stage match where you guaranteed victory?
Oh, that was bad. But I never did that, though. That was my teammates. Shout out to all my teammates who just threw under the bus.
So just looking at the stats right now, of course, you can see Blood's not having the best of games, but take a look at Apathy, 30 and 18. Obviously getting done in the Slayer category, but Parasite, he's only died 11 times this whole matchup. While Dito's been the one jumping on flags. Sensors even, actually not even anymore, 19-20 with 1 cap, but I think that's the big story here for Faze is Apathy getting it done with Slang and Parasite just locking down parts of the map.
Absolutely. You know, I think the biggest player for Faze on this half is probably Parasite. I mean, every time we go to an Optic player and they're about to try and take B, they're always scared and looking up in that top bar area. They're just that player being in top bar just scares that everybody else from getting on that B flag because it's such a dominant spot. It's like red 3 from the other side. And that is Parasite up there.
It's not like Parasite has a thermal, so just going back to I'm actually pretty in love with smoke grenades at the moment. I just really love smoke, so you're going to hear me talk about them a lot.
He's going to try and knife somebody. He's going to try and...
Well, he's only got 2 bullets. He's got no other play to make.
Yeah.
But he will find a gun here on the ground, so he should be fine. But regardless, what I was saying is it's not like he has a thermal attachment on his gun, so the smoke, just going back to that point, would be even more effective.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think a smoke would have been great from Optic on that half, but, you know, really looked like nothing was going to slow Faze down. I mean, they just looked extremely dominant this first map.
All right, so that's going to do it for Freight Domination. Faze coming out very strong here on map number 1. We're going to be staying on Freight for the second map. It's going to be Search and Destroy, and even though Nadeshot just got off the plane, obviously not enough time to warm up, he's going to finish on top for his team, so good performance for him. Even Clayster stepped up at the end. He only finished -5 with 21 kills, but in the end, Faze, just too many kills made by them as they dominate map number 1.
6-7 point win.
That's pretty darn convincing.
It's pretty convincing. I mean, you know, you look at the kills, obviously, you know, Apathy 34-23, Parasite 26-12, just staying alive in that top bar like we were saying. He was able to stay alive red 3 from the first half and then stay alive top bar in the second half and just really just didn't let Optic get any type of push or map control at all.
All right, so first thing I'm going to do here, enable my... Okay, it is enabled.
You are.
Okay, so we're going to have
You're now a
broadcaster mode
broadcaster.
all set up for the next game. Guys, we're going to commercial break. When we come back, Freight, Search, and Destroy, Optic Gaming versus Faze. Don't go anywhere.
But they once kept on in the moonlight.